All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative. And to all my subscribers, welcome back. Let's jump into this chart. So Tesla has had a bearish run after having a bearish run. So bearish run and recovered. And again, we're seeing another bearish run, and there's a slight recovery here. So Tesla hit max 538 in valuation. I've been talking about it in all my videos. I don't want a single investor to miss out on this because the volatileness, on Tesla is enormous, and the valuation of the pre-split and the after split can kind of get you fogged up if you kind of forget and this and that and back and forth. But just to go based off these numbers, pre-split and post-split, 538 is the highest valuation that this stock has reached. I mean, just multiply that number by 5 and you will see the highest valuation of what this has ever been worth, Tesla in general. Now, it hit all-time lows after the split. This is not the lowest point of the stock has ever reached or nothing like that. This is the lowest after the split, and it's 308 and some change. And from that point forward, it has gained a recovery and reached about 462 and some change. And from that point forward, it has not been able to hit 462 again. I mean, this was great recovery here, great anticipation towards battery day. There was some volatility and so forth, but we really saw it since yesterday and today. We hit new lows, right, of close to 350, and it bounced back. And the question is, will the bulls maintain this momentum, or are the bears coming to plummet it down? So this reached all the way down here to 351.74. That is one of the most important numbers right now, focused on what's been going on in the last couple of days. Because if that gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows and test new support levels. Our resistance level was slightly broken through, not turned into a support, and slightly missed at the end of the day, and it closed off at 392.77. So let's go ahead and move this to their new locations. And the 50-day moving average is slightly below the closing price. And our support, this is very narrow here. The tug of war is going to be real tomorrow. So again, close out at 392.77, and the 50-day moving average is 87.66. Let's see if I can land on that number exactly. Yeah, it keeps jumping around. So it's 387.66. If that gets broken through, the bears are starting to gain leverage. As long as the bulls stay above it, they will maintain control, but for them to continue to work their way up and maintain themselves above the 50-day moving average in bullish territory, they need to break through the resistance level of 399.63. If the bulls can break through 399.63 and turn that into a support, they've managed to work themselves further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction, gaining the possession of staying in bullish territory and going ahead. By turning that into a support, they can reach newer highs and break through new resistance levels. Now, on the other end of the things that we're seeing here on this chart is the support level. The bears are going to want to break through support, and the emphasis is on support. If support gets broken through, the bears have accomplished two things. They broke through the 50-day moving average, and they're on their way to the first support level, signifying that this is going to test newer lows and reach new support levels as it goes. And the bears will start to pull this away from the 50-day moving average of 387.66 further down. And our support level is 382.44. If 382.44 gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows. I want to emphasize how important it is for this to be paid close attention to. If the bears manage to break through the 50-day moving average, and then manage to break through the support, this could start to see new support levels and newer lows. Now, the bulls, what they don't want to see is this reach 351 at all, because that makes them get much more control on the bear spectrum of things. And the bears are going to be further away from the 50-day moving average and trying to tear this down to even newer lows. But I want to emphasize how important it is that 382.44 is a point to keep in mind and be very mindful of on the behavior of this stock. Is it plummeting even harder? Is it slightly hanging out around it? Or are the bulls reappearing to bring this back up? I mean, those are all the questions any investor should be asking themselves. And I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to the behavior at 382.44. Back to the resistance. I want to put emphasis on the resistance as well. For the bulls to maintain control, they need to break through resistance. And that's 399.63. If the bulls don't break through 399.63, then they could quickly lose control, and the tug of war is going to be seen tomorrow. That the Bears, if the bulls don't reach that, the Bears can start to bring this one down, break through the 50-day moving average, and then their next goal is the support level. The bulls need to continue to work their way up further away from the 50-day moving average to even start to gain control and maintain themselves in bullish territory. And the way to do so is breaking through 399.63. I hope that with this information and these cues, you guys will be well equipped to make your own rational decisions as investors. If you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. But don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. And in that video, I talk about the Fortune 500 companies. And I use the S&P 500 index as a point of reference. And I talk about how the Federal Reserve has been pumping the market and their scheduled dates. It's a series I've been doing weekly. I don't want any investor to miss out on the great information that's in that video. And I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to enlighten you guys and inform you guys on some helpful information that many investors don't know about, or they're overlooking, or if they know about it, they're not too sure how it works. I'm there to break it down. And you guys have to do your own due diligence and research based off of the information I'm sharing so that you guys can make your own rational decisions based off of everything put together. But I'm there to inform you guys of some great news that you can make 30 cents to upwards $3 or even more, for depending on the trade or what it is that you're trading. And those profits, I know they don't sound like a lot, but profits are profits, as I always state. And it's a great, easy way. I mean, there's nothing easy about the market at all, but it's a great way to easily make profits. That's the best way to put it. Easily make profits, because it's not that it's guaranteed. I wouldn't call it that. But if you buy at the right times and you hold to the date of the pump and you've done your research, and the best way to double check if you've done the right research is putting side by side the S&P 500 index on the scheduled dates that I talked about in the previous video and the ticker symbol, and see if they're reacting the same and how much it goes up by. And if it gone up by a couple of cents or a dollar or two, you have a reference there to go ahead and say, okay, well, maybe this works. And then you can go ahead and see for yourself. If you don't feel ready, again, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just enlightening you guys on some great news that there is a way to make profits even when the market is falling, as long as the Federal Reserve continues to pump the market. And again, it's not easy and it's not guaranteed, but if you buy at the right times and you sell at the right times based off the dates of the pump, and on the date of the pump the markets go up, there is some profit there for you. I hope you guys find the video helpful and informative. Don't forget to click on it if it hasn't already popped up. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.